right, you know what time it is. It's time for the Power Hour. I'm your host, DJ Larry Jones, aka Mr. Important. If you don't know me, then you don't know anybody. And I have a special guest joining me today. I'm so happy to have her on the show. I can say so much about her. She's sung with some of music's biggest icons and legends, and the younger generation may know her from Welcome to Sweetie Pies on the OWN network. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Robbie. Miss Robbie, how are you?
Hi, Larry. How are you? Thank you for
I'm th-
having me.
oh, I had to have you on. I mean, oh my goodness. I'm just honored to have you here. Now, let's get right into it. I want to jump right into this. Now, you got some new music out, and we're going to get into, your backstory a little bit later on, for the younger generation. But
Okay.
you have some new music out, right?
Yes. Yes.
I've heard it, and it's I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. I'm glad.
But let's start with the title. You know,
Okay.
Ain't My Stuff Good Enough is the name of it.
Yes.
Now, when I heard that, I thought about, well, is she talking about her chicken? Is she talking about her? For people who hadn't heard it, let them know what the song is about.
Well, I'm going to let everybody use their imagination. It's about
Okay.
whatever you're wondering if it's good enough. Your
Ain't
friendship,
my stuff.
ain't
Right.
my stuff good enough? Your love,
Right.
your chicken, sex, whatever you want to use it for, it's good, fine with me. It
Right.
applies to everything. Each person got something different that it applies to.
Right.
If you're on a job and you're doing a great job and you never get promoted, what's wrong? Ain't my stuff good enough?
Right. Right. Right.
That old girlfriend that you quit, she's wondering, why did he quit
Ain't
me? Ain't my stuff good enough?
it?
So, it
Now,
applies to everything.
you've been in the music business for a long time, right?
Yes.
What made you
Yes.
decide to say, you know what, I want to come back and give this a shot again? Or have you been in the studio and this is just something that you? What made you come back and say, I want to get back into it?
Well, on the my reality show, Welcome to Sweetie Pies, that was one of my storylines that Miss Robbie is going back into the studio. And this song that a friend of mine, Shirley Matthews, wrote about 40 years ago, maybe 50. We recorded that song as an Icette and they banned it. It was too dirty back there. And
Really?
so I always loved that song. I thought it would be a hit. And so when it's time for me to go back, I'm like, I'm gonna do it's a catchy title. Everybody's gonna think nasty. So I
Yeah.
thought it was
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, I want them to think that. I want them to think, hey, it's about sex. Because some people say, 80 years old, Miss Robbie, the green grass is greener. So they pick out little things in the song. And so I thought
Yeah.
it was perfect. And I went back in. The first time I recorded, they said it sounded old. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
well, I am old. I got to give it what I am. So I got with some young men in St. Louis, and they helped me reinvent the song and produced it. And I thought they did a great job. So this was what I decided I was gonna go. My storyline was I'm gonna be the oldest person at the Grammys. So I wanted to find a song that was catchy enough to take me there. And that's my aim now. My goal to go to the Grammys. I sang at the Grammys behind other artists, but I've never had a song of my own. And
Right.
so I decided that I was going to get back in the music business. It's so totally different now. I feel
That's what I
lost.
was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you. I know times has changed, things has changed.
Yes. I
What's
know
different
nothing.
about it? What?
Everything is different. They use all these electronics. I mean, now when we went into the studio record, we sang the whole song. Now they
Right.
do one word or one line at a time.
Yeah.
It takes forever. We used to go in there, knock the song out in 2 or 3 takes. But now these people take a long time. It's just a different world, and I know nothing about it. So I'm depending on the younger generation to help me navigate through this new. It's a new world to me.
Right.
So,
Right.
but I'm
Now,
excited.
yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful song. Now, is there anything you miss about the old ways, about the old music business back then?
Yes, I miss everything about it. I mean, we had a label a record label that was behind us. They took all
Mhm.
punches. Now you got to kind of come up with it yourself, do all your promoting, do everything. It's totally different.
Totally
And
different.
most of the people that I knew in the record business back then, they're all gone. So
Right.
this is all new. I know nobody. I don't know what's what. I'm just dependent on other people to help me get there.
Right. Now, I know you have some amazing stories that you can share with us. And you had a beautiful career. You're still going. You look
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. If you can pluck out some of your highlights, if you can highlight your career, what would you, say stood out to you the most, that you enjoyed the most?
What I enjoy the most is meeting people. Every day I meet somebody amazing, somebody's new, somebody that inspires me. And every day I learn something new. So I don't really have that many downfalls. I hear people back in the day say how people ripped them off of their money.
Right.
I didn't get ripped off like that. I mean, I didn't get paid a lot of money, but they didn't rip me off. I just
Right.
didn't know no better. So now this time around, I'm trying to have more knowledge about what I'm doing because I was young then. It was fascinating, and I was glad to be on the road, a different city every night. But now I don't think I could do that. That's not one of the things I miss. But I do miss being in a different city every night or every time you perform. Those are good
Right.
days to me.
Right. Now, like I said, you look amazing. What are you doing to stay so beautiful?
I think it's chicken grease. I just would throw that in. But I don't do a lot of partying, and not that partying affects you. I'm focused on where I'm trying to go in life, trying to stay healthy, trying to do whatever is healthy. So God just blessed me, and people always say, "Well, you don't look 81." Well, I am, and I do feel 81 because I am 81. So I'm just thankful to be here this long and get an opportunity to do things that I desire. And I'm happy. I'm happy.
I'm happy for you. Now, I've watched Welcome to Sweetie Pies all the time.
Yes.
And I've always wanted to try your food. How can I get a plate? Where is it located? How can I just taste your food?
Right now I have two. I've got one. The main one is in St. Louis, Missouri, and I have a new one in Jackson, Mississippi. But St. Louis is my main hub. But I'm in Jackson. My family is running the one in St. Louis, so I'm down in Jackson most of the time. So you can just come to either one, and you'll get
Yeah.
some great food.
I
Get
think
some.
I'm closer to Jackson, so I'll try that one coming up
Okay, so
soon.
where are you?
I'm in North Carolina right now.
Okay, yeah, you're closer to Jackson. Well, come on down. I'll leave the
Yeah, yeah.
yellow light on. Come
Yeah,
on.
leave the light on for me because
And whatever time you get here, I'm gonna get up and make sure you get sweetie pies.
yes, the family loves to eat, so we're gonna definitely come in there and you know, get
I
some of
would
that good
love
food
that.
because it looks delicious. I've always watched it,
I
you
would
know.
love to have you. Love it, be an
Yeah,
honor.
definitely,
Come on.
definitely. Now, I can't let you go without giving us a good story. I mean, I don't want any dirt or any. What was it like being an ICAT?
Being ICAT was we all were young. I think I was 21, leaving home for the first time. I think I stayed with Ike about 8 to 10 years, something like that. And after I left, I still went in the studio and recorded. Now, being on the road 12 months out of the year, if you're not cut out for that, it's not going to be a good life because it's work, 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 rehearsal, travel. We traveled on a bus. Everything was segregated. So we
Mm-hmm.
didn't have the opportunity to really um, expand and see things when we went into different cities that you would want to see something. If you went to Paris, you want to see the Ivory Tower or something like that. So that opportunity wasn't afforded to us because we would go to these cities, get off, check in the hotel, go to the gig, do the gig, pack up, get back on the bus, head to the next city. So it wasn't like the fun that people think you are. You're an entertainer. People used to always say, "Where's the party?" We didn't know
Yeah.
because we working. We getting on the bus, getting for the next city. So that's what was happening back in those days. But nowadays, people fly every place they go. and they're there, and they don't work. We work, like I say, 12 months out of the year, almost every night. And that was what was happening. James Brown, Bobby Bland, everybody that was on the road, Ike and Tina, that was our lifestyle. Playing the theater circuit, the Chitlin circuit, and you just went round and round, and that was your opportunity, and you had to take advantage of it. So you had to work every night. The money wasn't that great, not like entertainers are making today, but back in those days, it was good to us because we didn't know any better. So I loved it. Leaving home, it was a security blanket. We left home at 21, 20 people on the bus together. We ate together, slept together, traveled together. It was sort of a security blanket. We had each other's back. If you had food, I knew you was going to give me some if I didn't. But it was just the perfect way for me to leave home as a woman. I was protected, like with a family. So we didn't really have the opportunity to do a lot of things or stray off any place. We were focused. We were definitely focused on our careers.
Wow. Then do you still speak to Tina every once in a while?
Every once in a while. I don't really speak to her. She lives in Switzerland now. Mm-hmm. And the young lady that was our go-between passed this year. So I got numbers to her kids and stuff, and I kind of call and see how she's doing. Or the TV or something, mention her or something like that. But we don't talk per se because that connection is there. It's not there. Her health is not that bad. I mean, not that good, sorry, right now. So she's going through, and but we're not talking every day. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, shout out to Tina Turner, the icon, the legend. Prayers up for her, and
That's right.
You know what? It was an honor having you on the show. I thank you for taking me to school. You know what? I can actually sit here and listen to you talk about back then because I can almost get a visual of it.
That's good.
I can almost get a visual listening to you talk and taking some of the younger kids to school.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And don't forget my song, Ain't My Stuff Good Enough?
That's right. And we're getting ready to get into the video right now. We're going to show the video right now. Ain't My Stuff Good
That's
enough?
great. Good.
That's right. So thank you so much, Miss Robbie, right here on the Power Hour.
Thank you. God bless you all. Stay safe.
Some better stuff.
Looking for some better stuff.
Hey,
green grass grows right beneath your nose.
I'm sitting here right ready, waiting for you, sending for you.
But the green grass grows right beneath your nose.
Hey, baby. So why you out creeping, scheming, trying to find someone new? What's the matter, baby? Trying to